Have you ever been rejected so harshly that it felt like the world was caving in? Maybe it was a job you thought was perfect for you, a relationship you invested time and emotions in, or a project you poured your heart into that ended with a simple no. The sting of rejection is something we've all felt. It can leave you questioning your worth, your path, and even your purpose. But what if I told you that the ancient Stoics had a completely different perspective on rejection? They didn't see it as a failure or a dead end. They viewed it as an opportunity, a redirection, a gift wrapped in disguise. To understand this mindset, we need to look at the lives of the great Stoics: Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These philosophers weren't strangers to adversity. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful emperors, faced constant betrayal, political strife, and personal loss. Epictetus was born a slave and endured hardships most of us can't even imagine. Yet they didn't crumble under the weight of these setbacks. Instead, they embraced them, seeing every no from life as a chance to grow and adapt. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." To the Stoics, rejection was never personal, it was purposeful. They believed that each rejection was a nudge from the universe, guiding you towards a better path you might not have considered otherwise. Rejection, though painful, comes with hidden benefits that we often overlook. One of these benefits is clarity. When we're told no, it forces us to pause and reevaluate our goals. Was that job really the right fit, or were we just desperate for any opportunity? Was that relationship truly healthy, or were we clinging to something comfortable? Rejection compels us to ask the tough questions we might avoid when everything seems to go smoothly. It sharpens our focus, helping us realign with what truly matters. Rather than seeing it as a door slammed shut, the Stoics viewed it as a chance to clear away distractions and hone in on a better direction. Another hidden gift of rejection is resilience. Each setback we face is like lifting a heavier weight for our mental muscles. The more we encounter these moments, the stronger we become, provided we choose to learn from them rather than wallow in self-pity. The Stoics saw challenges as essential exercises in building inner strength. They understood that the only way to develop true resilience was to face hardship head-on. Think of it like tempering steel. It's the repeated exposure to intense heat and pressure that makes it unbreakable. Similarly, every rejection we experience has the potential to make us more resilient if we embrace it with the right mindset. The third hidden benefit of rejection is redirection. Sometimes the very thing we're denied is what keeps us from settling for less than we deserve. Have you ever looked back on a missed opportunity and realized it was a blessing in disguise? Perhaps you didn't get the job you wanted only to find a better opportunity shortly after. Or maybe a relationship ended, paving the way for someone who was a much better fit. The Stoics would say that this isn't mere coincidence. It's the universe guiding you towards a path you were meant to take. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the obstacle itself is the path forward. So how can we apply this Stoic wisdom in our own lives? One powerful strategy is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. The Stoics believed in preparing for the worst-case scenario before it even happens. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's about building mental resilience. By imagining the possibility of rejection, you lessen its emotional impact when it actually occurs. Instead of being blindsided, you're prepared. It's like rehearsing for a tough scene in a play. When the real moment comes, you've already lived it in your mind. Another key Stoic practice is reframing your perspective. When you face rejection, rather than immediately interpreting it as a personal failure, try to see it as a message from the universe. Maybe this wasn't the right fit for you. Maybe there's something better waiting just around the corner. Remember, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It's a reminder that we can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we interpret and respond to it. Finally, one of the most practical actions you can take after facing rejection is to immediately move forward with purpose. Seneca believed that action is the antidote to disappointment. When you're told no, don't dwell on it. Instead, take one small, positive step forward. Apply for another job, start a new project, or reach out to someone who inspires you. The simple act of moving forward shifts your focus away from what you've lost and towards what you can still gain. Let's put this into perspective with a real-life example. Think of J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection from 12 different publishers before one finally accepted her manuscript for Harry Potter. Imagine if she had given up after the first few rejections. Her story would have ended before it even began. Instead, she used each no as fuel, refining her work and seeking new opportunities. This is exactly what the Stoics admired: the ability to turn setbacks into springboards for success. Rowling's journey mirrors the Stoic belief that the obstacle isn't the problem, it's the way forward. As we wrap up, remember that rejection is an inevitable part of life. It doesn't define your worth, it defines your path. The next time you face a no, take a deep breath and thank the universe for the redirection. Use it as a chance to pause, reflect, and adjust your course. The Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from embracing life's challenges with open arms and a resilient spirit. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your story in the comments below. What's one rejection that ended up being a blessing in disguise for you? Let's learn from each other and continue this journey of growth together. And remember, as Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the obstacle is the way.